Health Watch now. Kansas is the sixth state to confirm a death that could be linked to the use of e-cigarettes. Kansas health officials have associated the death of a patient over the age of 50 with a lung disease outbreak related to vaping. They've also confirmed that the patient had underlying health issues and was hospitalized with symptoms that progressed quickly. The CDC is currently investigating more than 450 cases of illnesses that could be linked to vaping. CBS News correspondent Janet Shamlian joins us now from Houston, where officials are looking into at least 3 cases there. Janet.
Anne-Marie, they are calling it an outbreak here. 3 cases here, but across the country, more than 450 cases directly tied to vaping. And the concern now is that the numbers will rise.
This is a new outbreak which is occurring across the nation.
Houston's health director talked about the expanding epidemic tied to vaping. Its exact cause still unknown, but in 3 confirmed cases, there's one specific connection.
What are the commonalities in these cases?
So the commonality we're seeing in these cases, unfortunately, is that all of them are young people. This is the age when people start making their life choices, and this is a bad choice.
The CDC reports more than 20% of high school students use or have used vaping products. 17-year-old Whitney Livingston was hospitalized 2 weeks ago in Dallas. She and her mother blame her 2-year vaping habit for her severe lung injury.
The ventilator was the best thing because she could not breathe on her own.
The deadly respiratory disease that has now claimed 6 lives across the U.S. is impacting people of all ages. The Kansas Department of Health says a patient over 50 who did have pre-existing conditions died as a direct result of vaping. Others becoming sick have been young and in good health. Idaho and Hawaii reported their first illnesses Tuesday, and the American Lung Association is out with a new warning: do not use e-cigarettes.
I think the Lung Association's giving very sensible advice.
Stanton Glantz, professor of medicine at the University of California, San Francisco, says it's time for the Food and Drug Administration to act.
So far, they've expressed a lot of concern, but they haven't yet issued a single regulation about e-cigarettes.
So, Janet, I know officials are focusing in on the use of vaping, either vaping nicotine or marijuana. Have they identified what makes this different than, the other vaping liquids that you purchase at the store?
So that's what's so problematic. These cases some of them involve nicotine, some marijuana, some both. And there are literally hundreds of manufacturers, Anne-Marie, who make these type of products. And so far, they have not been able to definitively link it to any one product or the ingredient. Now, there is some talk that it may be something that makes the vaping delivery system, some component of that. But there are so many products involved that they haven't been able to narrow it down. Meanwhile, week by week, the number of cases are growing. We didn't hear about this even a couple of months ago, and suddenly there are 6 deaths in the United States, 450 cases, at least 450 that the CDC says are directly tied to vaping. And new concerns this morning, those numbers will increase exponentially.
So what about the e-cigarette manufacturers and the advocates for e-cigarettes, I guess? How are they responding to these warnings from health officials?
So they have been under attack in general about e-cigarettes and about how they market to young people. They really haven't responded to these latest health warnings, but we did see the American Medical Association come out yesterday and for the first time tell people not to use e-cigarettes while this investigation was pending. They join other health officials who've made that same recommendation all across the country.
Wow. Janet Shamlian, thank you very much, Janet.